Next on Nightside, I'm tracking thunderstorms and an extended fire weather warning in your first alert forecast.
Wildfires burning in the region are causing evacuations tonight. We'll tell you where and share the latest evacuation order. And President Donald Trump addresses the nation tonight over voter fraud. We'll tell you what he claims happened during the 2020 election. Live on 4 News Now and streaming on KXLY+. You're watching 4 News Now, Nightside. It's a weather alert day here at 4 News Now. Thanks for staying up with us. I'm Derek Dice. We're under a red flag warning tonight, which has been extended and now continues through Friday morning. Chief Meteorologist Chris Crocker is here now to tell us what we can expect here overnight.
Well, we have got some thunderstorm activity right in the metro area this evening, and that is expected to continue on an isolated basis through the overnight and even into tomorrow morning. Right now, we're watching an area from around Clark Fork down south of Lake Pend Oreille into the Coeur d'Alene area. We've had some rain in Coeur d'Alene, some rumbles of thunder around Hayden Lake and Rathdrum, and then into the far portions of the Spokane area closer to Liberty Lake. Also, we've had some fresh lightning strikes down around Rockford and Fairfield. This is all moving slowly to the north, but also we're seeing additional thunderstorm development around the Liberty Lake area and now up from Meade, heading into the Pion Prairie and parts of Green Bluff. We'll take a closer view on this area of thunderstorm activity. It's actually just west of Liberty Lake, but we have had some rumbles of thunder in Liberty Lake and seeing some of that heavier rain around the Green Acres area. We have a fire weather warning. It has been repeatedly extended. Isolated thunderstorms as well as gusty winds for the area shaded in pink on your screen. That does continue through Friday late morning in most locations and even into Friday evening for parts of the Waterville Plateau where gusty winds are a problem. And of course, all of those lightning strikes could cause additional wildfires. Right now, our air quality is in pretty good shape, but we are bringing up some additional smoke from the south, so we will be monitoring our air quality. I'll be back with your 7-day forecast, Eric.
All right, Chris, thank you. The Kaiser Canyon wildfire burning in Okanagan County is causing evacuations tonight. Here's a look at the current map. The level 3 or go now evacuation zone stretches along Columbia River Road and Buffalo Lake Road. A level 2 evacuation zone affects portions of Joe Moses Road. An evacuation shelter is being set up at the Omak Longhouse, State Route 155 between Convalescent Boulevard South and Elmer City Access Road is closed. Okanagan County Emergency Management says if you're in any of the evacuation areas, leave immediately and don't wait for someone to come to your door. Another wildfire is continuing to burn about 8 miles north of Bonner's Ferry. The Turner Hill fire started yesterday evening and has grown to around 300 acres with zero containment. With strong winds and high temperatures, fire officials say the risk of this fire growing is high. The Boundary County Sheriff's Office says over 100 homes are located within the level 3 or go now evacuation zone, and even more are in the level 2 zone. One local resident told us fires aren't uncommon for the area, but they're still a scary sight.
I'm very sad for all the families that are being uprooted from their everyday lives. You know, it's scary having fire that close to your home.
An evacuation shelter has been set up at the Boundary County Fairgrounds with help from the American Red Cross. Officials are urging people to stay out of evacuated areas so crews can safely fight the fire and pay attention to any updates. The Sheriff's Office says evacuation levels will be reassessed in the morning. Now, if you do find yourself needing to evacuate during this wildfire season, fire officials recommend following the 6 P's of what to bring: people and pets, papers and important documents, pictures and memorabilia, personal computers or hard drives, and plastic, which includes credit cards and cash. The smoke blanketing our region was persistent today, and we'll tell you how long it's expected to stick around. The air quality index finally improved to a moderate level and out of the unhealthy for sensitive groups category. People with asthma and serious health conditions are technically okay to be outside, but air quality experts say people who are at risk should still consider staying in for the night.
Asthma, COPD, even infants and young children or the elderly, would want to be careful.
The Spokane Regional Clean Air Agency says by tomorrow morning, it expects the air quality to be back in the good range. President Donald Trump addressed the nation tonight about the U.S. voting system. The president is claiming he's releasing classified documents proving that the 2020 election was rigged through various means. Those include the People's Republic of China compromising voter data, countries like Iran and Venezuela hacking election voting machines, and 278,000 non-citizens being allowed to register to vote in the election.
Our elections were left vulnerable to being rigged and stolen, and the trust of the American people was lost. This cannot be allowed to continue.
President Trump says he wants the officials from government agencies who were involved in covering up the fraud be brought to justice and face charges. It's worth noting the president has lost more than 60 court cases challenging the 2020 election, including some in front of judges he himself appointed. Washington State Senator Maria Cantwell responded to President Trump's remarks, writing in a statement, "The president is wrong. Washington State's universal vote-by-mail system is safe and secure, and so was the 2020 election." Election officials in Spokane say there are several layers of security to ensure all ballots sent to them are legitimate. This comes as August primary ballots will be arriving in voters' mailboxes soon. Once you drop off your signed ballot in the mail or at an official drop box, it enters a secure chain of custody while election workers process your vote. Machines sort the envelopes and election workers with special clearance verify voter signatures. Spokane County Auditor Vicki Dalton says every ballot has a paper trail, ensuring no one can vote twice or vote for someone else.
Know how many ballots we've sent. We cancel the envelopes of the ones that they say they've lost or that are being replaced.
In most elections, roughly 2% of ballots come into question, and half of those can usually be verified by the voter. Around 1% of ballots won't be tabulated for various reasons, whether it's an incorrect signature that wasn't returned or a ballot that's postmarked too late. Ballots are due by August 4th. Well, it's the summer of baseball, soccer, and martial arts as the 2026 USA Karate National Championships began today across the street in the Podium. Sports Director Jack Wallace brings us the latest from one of the biggest karate events worldwide.
And the USA National Championships feature around 1,200 athletes, both big and small, gathering with the hopes of one day reaching Team USA and perhaps a spot at another Olympic run. Karate is a martial art like Taekwondo or Judo, but also karate differs in using punches, kicks, and throwing, usually separated out by the different disciplines. USA 2020 Olympian Tom Scott helps lead many of the youth participating here at this tournament, and he spoke about the impact the sport has on the kids that both want and could use a structured sport like karate.
In karate, it's natural to the class that you have to stand still at moments, and kids need that, and you're rewarded for that in class. So, there is no better thing for kids, honestly, in such a distracted world than a sport and activity like karate, which again is far more than just a sport.
The uptick in youth participation helps alongside the rest of the weekend's festivities. We'll be back with more coverage at the Podium tomorrow and Saturday as the championships continue. In an exciting summer of soccer, Seattle fans got a big damper this evening as rivals Portland Timbers came into Lumen Field and crushed the Sounders 5-1. Kevin Kelsey scored a brace by the 63rd minute, along with Kamal Miller and Cole Bassett, adding goals for 3 Portland scores in the span of 7 minutes. Asani Dotson added 1 back for Seattle, but came far too late in the match to affect much of anything. And the 4-goal win is Portland's largest ever over Seattle, and the first time the Timbers scored 5 goals over the Sounders since scoring 8 in 1981. The Sounders play 4 road matches next over the next 3 weeks, including the first of 3 Leagues Cup matches. We'll be back later in sports with more from those Karate National Championships, plus find out all the details on the Mariners and the Kraken schedules for next year. Back to you, Derek.
All right, Jack, thank you. The new paid parking kiosks in downtown Sandpoint have been shut down just 2 weeks after they were rolled out. The City Council made the decision following pushback from business owners and residents, plus protests and calls to remove the mayor from office. The council voted to table a discussion about amending the rules, shutting down the kiosks for now. It'll pick the discussion back up at its next meeting. All right, next year on Nightside, it's going to be a hot and sunny weekend. We'll tell you how high temperatures will get when we come back.
Plan your day with Matt Gray, only on Good Morning Northwest.
4 News Now is brought to you by the Coeur d'Alene Convention and Visitors Bureau.
Wildfire season is here, and a spark could quickly turn into an inferno. Protect what matters most with meteorologist Matt Gray.
We're not just forecasting, we're giving you the time you need to keep your home and family safe.
The First Alert Weather Team, only on 4 News Now.
Game recognizes game. The summer of Audi is here. Get exceptional offers at your local Audi dealer during the Summer of Audi sales event.
Bowling is my sport. I'm a bowling warrior, but I was in constant pain for over 5 years. When I got the diagnosis from the doctor that I had plantar fasciitis, I was devastated. I didn't want to bowl anymore. I went to the Good Feet store. They listened to my story. Then I found happiness with Good Feet arch supports. With these arch supports, I no longer worry about my feet. I'm just knocking pins down. I'm Lori, and that's my Good Feet story.
See how we can help you at the Good Feet store. Wildfire season is here, and a spark could quickly turn into an inferno. The 4 News Now First Alert Weather Team is tracking conditions to keep you safe.
We track the winds, the humidity, the lightning, because even the smallest change can lead to disaster.
We're not just forecasting, we're giving you the time you need to keep your home and family safe.
Protect what matters most with meteorologists Chris Crocker and Matt Gray. The First Alert Weather Team, on TV and on the go, only on 4 News Now.
Game recognizes game. The summer of Audi is here. Get exceptional offers at your local Audi dealer during the Summer of Audi sales event.
Jimmy, what are you doing?
I'm packing.
Kimmel's all packed up for summer, and these guest hosts are moving in. Ike Barinholtz.
I'm a good guy.
Followed by Coleman Domingo, then Anthony Anderson. Jimmy Kimmel Live with summer guest hosts on ABC.
4 News Now is brought to you by Cornerstone Court Assisted Living and Memory Care.
All right, Chris was just saying during the commercial break, we've had a little bit of everything lately, including now rain in Hayden.
Oh, yeah, yes. In fact, take a look. Here is the scene there on Lancaster and US 95. It has been coming down at a pretty good rate here in just the last, 45 minutes. We've had some rumbles of thunder. As we take a look at the radar, we are zoomed in. Here is Spokane. Get our bearings. I-90, Spokane Valley. There's Post Falls with some rain in progress. Hauser Lake, it is raining. And then we have had showers and thunderstorms north of Coeur d'Alene here in the last 15 minutes from Rathdrum up to around Athol and Silverwood, Echo Beach. We've got some rain in progress. Further to the south, I've been watching this cell around Rockford gain in intensity. We've got some cloud-to-ground lightning strikes there. Also, an area of activity around Plummer, moving into southern portions of Lake Coeur d'Alene. And finally, up around Clark Fork, we've had some thunder and lightning, and also around northern portions of Lake Pend Oreille, north of East Hope. So very busy evening for weather, and we will continue to keep that chance of thunderstorms going overnight. Here we go into Friday morning, 5:30 tomorrow morning, with just isolated thunderstorms. It's hard to pin these down, but there's that chance throughout eastern Washington and North Idaho. Here's 8 a.m. still with a chance of thunderstorms in Spokane County. Then we should be done by mid-morning, but another round coming up from the south impacting the central panhandle, and we have the potential for these storms to become severe. This is brand new, just at the top of the hour from the Storm Prediction Center. This area of green where there's a chance of severe thunderstorms used to just be on the extreme eastern edge of the panhandle, and now it has been expanded to include the far eastern portions of the Spokane area up into the northeast mountains. So the potential for some thunderstorms that produce not only new fire starts, but up to inch in diameter hail, as well as gusty outflow boundary winds. Certainly nothing we want to see after a day of fire weather. 95 our high today, 10 degrees above average, 100 in Moses Lake, 100 in Pullman. That is new information. I'm going to double check that. I am not sure you hit 100. I hate to question you. And 102 in Lewiston. High temperatures tomorrow will be in the 80s and 90s, so a little bit cooler. And once those morning thunderstorms clear, a sunny day heading into a sunny, warm weekend. Looks like we'll be staying dry once these thunderstorms wrap up. 5 o'clock this morning, my friend Courtney Kelly and his dog were out in this is Riverside State Park, and look at that dramatic sky. We did have some thunderstorms, and if you look closely, you will see a rainbow wrapped in those pretty pink and purple clouds, and that dog's my friend too. Pretty sky, Courtney. Thank you. Derek.
All right, Chris, thank you. Well, today marks 1 year since Sarah Doxey, a Spokane woman, was hit and killed by a drunk driver while on a morning run. So this morning, her friends and family honored her by running the same route she was on when she was killed at the same time she would usually run it, at 5 in the morning. Her friends say Sarah's morning runs were her me time, and they wanted to remember her by doing something she loved. But along with being an avid runner, she was also a mom, a wife, and a friend to many in the community.
It's hard to believe it's been a year, but to see these people, Sarah's people, her group, come out and honor her with this run is just heartwarming. It fills my soul and lets me know that she hasn't been forgotten.
Her friends and family are also honoring her through an endowment fund set up by Chaz Health, where Doxey worked. Any donations to that fund will go towards those in need in our community. Well, still ahead, the Crave Food Festival is taking place at Riverfront Park. We'll share a taste of what to expect, and a new proposal from Governor Bob Ferguson would require signing up for financial aid be mandatory for high school seniors. What parents should know after the break.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Welcome to Parisian Rugs and Rug Spa. For over 105 years, we've been servicing the Spokane and Coeur d'Alene area. As a special thanks, 20% off all rugs for military, teachers, and first responders. With thousands of rugs in stock, we look forward to being a part of your home for the next 100 years.
Hardworking families are struggling, while too many tax dollars are wasted on fraud and failed programs. It's got to change. I'm Michael Baumgartner. In Congress, I'm fighting for our priorities and getting results. We cut taxes while increasing funding for rural hospitals, provided historic support for WCU research, and helped pass what the American Cancer Society called the most impactful cancer-fighting bill in years. I'm Michael Baumgartner, and I approve this message because I'll never stop fighting for Eastern Washington.
Really? Really? Really?
When life gives you a really bad day, Pawn One has real financial solutions.
Friday night.
The kidnapping of Jacob Wetterling would become one of the biggest mysteries in Minnesota history.
Who would take a child? Who would do this?
A guy wearing a mask took your son. He gets snatched by somebody?
Now Friday, for the first time, the new 2020 interview. The survivor who helped break the case wide open.
He told me he would find me and kill me.
Where Are You, Jacob? 2020, Friday on ABC and stream on Disney Plus and Hulu.
Hi, my name's Bo. For over 105 years, we've been servicing the Spokane and Coeur d'Alene area. As a special thanks, 20% off all rugs for military, teachers, and first responders. With thousands of rugs in stock, we look forward to being a part of your home for the next 100 years.
4 News Now is brought to you by R&R RV.
Well, chefs are firing up the grills at Riverfront Park this weekend as part of the Crave Food Festival. The festival will take over a portion of Riverfront Park for the next 3 days, welcoming people to try food from across the inland Northwest and beyond. Daniel Purcell was at the festival to get a taste of what it has to offer.
Burgers, beers, and biryani were some of the items on the menu at the first day of the Crave Food Festival at Riverfront Park.
I've been to food festivals in different parts of the country, and they kind of act as a catalyst to keep people here and like show off independent restaurants that are doing really cool stuff. You're gonna come here and you're gonna be like, oh, there's a really good bite, and then you walk here, oh my gosh, this is a really good bite too, and then you find out all these new restaurants and they're all independent.
The festival will feature 3 different themes for each day of the weekend, allowing Spokanites to sample different flavors from across the culinary map.
First night, Thursday night is Hoedown Showdown, where it's comfort food. We got a little country music going on. Friday night is foods from around the world, and then Saturday is fire and smoke. So foods cooked over live coal, smoked, live fire, that sort of thing.
Many of the vendors at this weekend's event will be attending all 3 days, serving up custom sips and bites to match the theme of each day of the festival.
Each day we're going to be showcasing a different one of the spirits we distill, and just a way to be out in downtown Spokane in a beautiful park and showcase our product.
For many local restaurateurs and business owners, the event serves as a great way to show off what they can do to the community.
You can advertise all you want, but the best way to get people to buy your product is to actually get them to taste it. And so an opportunity like this is a way for people to sips to lips. They can actually try the product and see if they like it.
Organizers say the event serves as a one-stop shop to show off the best culinary creators that Spokane has to offer.
Obviously, you can't go to all these restaurants and whatnot. You could, it'd be very difficult, but you got to go and visit all these places. We have 15 to 20 chefs every night, and then 30 other vendors. So that's distillers, tastemakers, brewers, wineries, all those different people, all under one roof and one ticket.
In Spokane, Daniel Purcell, 4 News Now.
Pretty cool event. If you are planning to head to Riverfront Park this weekend, be aware that this is a ticketed event and certain parts of the park are closed to the public. The South Howard Street Bridge, the Clock Tower Bridge, and parts of Clock Tower Meadow will be closed to pedestrians through the duration of the festival. The rest of the park will still be open to the public throughout the weekend. All right, time for some of our top trending stories in the 4 News Now Story Tracker. Starting us off, we told you about this the other day. 22-year-old Lucas Jumalan of Spokane is the commanding chip leader at the 2026 World Series of Poker main event. He has 194 million chips, 115 million more than any other competitor. The final table will be played August 3rd through the 5th. If he wins, Jumalan will walk away with $10 million. Next, former Vice President Mike Pence will be visiting Gonzaga's campus to receive the Thomas S. Foley Award for Distinguished Public Service. The event will be held in the Hemmingson Center on September 10th. Students can get in for $75. Tickets for the general public cost $250. And human remains found along the St. Joe River have been identified as Chantel Williams, a woman who has been missing in Washington since last December. Investigators previously believed she was missing in Shoshone County. Her remains were discovered by a kayaker on July 5th. You can find each of these stories and much more at KXLY.com. Well, last week, Governor Bob Ferguson proposed filling out the FAFSA should be mandatory for high school seniors. That's the form students apply or use to apply for financial aid for college. Since then, we've seen lots of comments online with questions and concerns about the proposal. Students can use FAFSA to apply for financial aid for college, trade school, or other types of higher education. It is not a loan. If the governor's proposal takes effect, families can opt out or apply for state-only aid using the WAFSA form. The FAFSA asks for mostly the same personal information people already put on their taxes. The executive director of programs from a nonprofit that focuses on higher education says she supports the proposal.
For a lot of families, they're going to have that realization that what they've heard all along, that college is not affordable, that they won't qualify for aid, is simply not true. So it's really an effort to myth bust a lot of assumptions that are out there and to help people make an informed choice.
Filling out the FAFSA is not mandatory yet. The proposal will be considered during the next legislative session. Meta has announced a new safety feature called Parent Alerts, which will notify a parent if the company believes a teen's conversation with Meta AI suggests they may be considering suicide or self-harm. Parents will also receive resources to help them approach these difficult conversations with their teens. The tech company says it built a dedicated AI system to identify these types of high-risk conversations, working with experts and parents to determine which types of conversations should warrant an alert. Any flagged chat will be reviewed by a human before an alert is sent. Well, Spokane is hosting the U.S. Karate National Championships this weekend.
Yes, day 1 of 3 of that tournament at the podium. Get to know an Olympian and a few kiddo fighters that are all taking the stage this weekend. That's all coming next in sports.
Watch tonight or my family won't respect me. We were hanging out pre-Kid for You, and I was like, I gotta go FaceTime my family. You went, oh, you gotta go FaceTime your family.
I don't think that's a
now
terrible,
you're a dad, bitch.
That's a terrible impersonation.
Sign up for the 4 News Now Daily Local at KXLY.com.
Book your stay and play today at MysticQuaCasinoHotel.com.
Friday night.
The kidnapping of Jacob Wetterling would become one of the biggest mysteries in Minnesota history.
Who would take a child? Who would do this?
A guy wearing a mask took your son. He gets snatched by somebody?
Now Friday, for the first time, the new 2020 interview. The survivor who helped break the case wide open.
He told me he would find me and kill me.
Where Are You, Jacob? 2020, Friday on ABC and stream on Disney Plus and Hulu.
Davis, with basketball season over, what's next?
Just continue to learn the heating and cooling ropes with Kyle.
Yeah, that's right. Right now we're working on his diagnostic skills. Let me show you. So Davis, this unit right here, long run times, energy usage through the roof, a couple of breakdowns this year. What do you think?
It's battling.
But?
Gotta go. Effort can't fix everything.
That's my boy.
Beat the summer rush and call the heating and cooling experts at Bill's today.
There are trucks, and then there's the Sierra with employee pricing for everyone. With the capability to handle what life throws your way. That's the GMC Sierra, leading where it matters most. GMC Sierra, it's the truck. Celebrate Independence Day with employee pricing for everyone on all GMC Sierra 1500 models. With 0% APR, that's over $13,000 total value on this Sierra 1500 Denali.
We are the Dillos. We are from Northern Kentucky. Being out in a rural area, coverage is pretty hit and miss with other carriers. So switching to T-Mobile solved a lot of problems that we had.
I'm able to use T-Satellite now. We've got coverage no matter where we're at.
America's best network meets off-the-grid satellite coverage with T-Satellite. And now switch to T-Mobile and get free phones for $0 down. Plus 4 lines for only $25 per month per line.
Better service, better price, win-win.
Today welcomes back the USA Karate National Championships to Spokane after 4 long years. It's a pretty major event for the city to celebrate the ancient martial art at its highest level here. We went over to the podium today to check in on the students and masters ahead of a day a long time in the making.
Karate. The ancient martial art lives on through events like these. The USA National Championships held the podium, showcasing the best of the USA.
These kids are all trained, starting January through July to be a national champion this week. So a lot of these kids coming from all parts of the country.
Today featured kata, like a choreographed dance, showcasing a mastery of movement. While kumite, mostly taking place tomorrow and Sunday, features hand-to-hand combat with kicks, punches, and throws. Karate made its one and only Summer Olympic Games appearance in the 2020 Tokyo Games, and it featured Tom Scott, a 3-time Pan Am gold medalist, 16-time national champion, and 2021 world bronze medalist.
Everyone was having a great time, no matter what the outcomes were. It was crazy to be there and represent not just your moment, but all of the champions of the past that never got theirs. It was really special.
Scott is one of many who helps to inspire the next generation of karatekas looking to master kata and kumite.
Even though karate is out of the Olympics right now, I know it's going to be back because, again, it was impossible my age. I tell these guys, you got to be ready because it's going to be back.
It's like looking up to a big sibling or something. Just looking up to a big sibling or mom or dad.
Traden and Paxton Payne, just 10 and 8 years old, love to compete in their favorite sport.
It was kind of easy for me. Once I first saw it, it was just boom. I wanted to do it. It's like sport at first sight.
It's family relation so that we can have fun time together with no parents.
Kids like Traden and Paxton represent the next steps in the coming karate generation, eager to make a lasting impact.
Ton of fun doing that over at the podium. Best of luck to those athletes. Seattle Mariners still have half of the 2026 season to go, but they can go ahead and look a little forward to next year's. The 2027 schedule is set and ready. The M's will host opening day for the 5th straight year, starting with the Boston Red Sox March 25th. 17 home games at T-Mobile Park before the end of April, so make sure to bring your beanies. Seattle only travels to a couple Western National League clubs. That's the Giants and Diamondbacks, and they're going to host the Dodgers and Rockies in the spring. The Vetter Cup against the San Diego Padres arrives to Seattle in early July, and then only a couple weeks later, right after the All-Star break, they'll play down at Petco Park. The M's end the season on a 6-game road trip, lots in a row, but that'll come right after 7 straight days all at home. We're going to have that full schedule. It's already available on our website, KXLY.com. And the NHL also releasing its schedule for the next season. The Seattle Kraken now know all their opponents for the next slate. Seattle opens the season against Calgary and Edmonton, both on the road. Then they welcome Calgary right back, plus a Vegas visit for the beginning of October. Seattle also travels to Finland to face defending Stanley Cup champs Carolina in the International Series in November. Then they return for another 11 home games before turning the page to 2027. Next year brings 8 more home ice games before the NHL All-Star break next early February, and Seattle will only host Western Conference teams from the start of March to the end of the regular season. That's a pretty long stretch. We have the link already on a full schedule on our website, KXLY.com. So it kind of feels funny with these schedules getting together. I did read that it sounds made up, but the NBA is waiting until LeBron James decides where he's going to go to release the schedule. So it's being delayed on purpose until they know where he's heading. So we have to wait a little bit on that league.
And then wherever he's going, he'll be playing on Christmas Day, I'm sure.
Absolutely.
We'll be right back.
Had such a huge year. What are you hoping for next?
From getting married to his highly anticipated return to the big screen as Spider-Man.
You ready?
Tom Holland is having a heroic year. And Monday, it's Tom and George, only on
Good Morning America.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Hurry into the Ram Make This the Summer event for a great American deal. Now get 15% off select Ram 1500 models, plus no payments for 90 days. And get it all backed by America's best powertrain limited warranty. Don't wait. Get a great deal during the Ram Make This the Summer event. Nothing stops Ram.
During the Ram Make This the Summer event, get 15% below MSRP for an average $13,300 below MSRP on the 2026 Ram 1500 Limited. See your Spokane Ram dealer.
After a car wreck, Big Insurance moves fast to protect themselves, not you.
After my recent accident, I turned to Craig Swap and Associates. Every step of the way was extremely easy, and they were very professional.
One call, that's all.
509-999-9999. In a noisy advertising world, we make you heard. 7 radio stations, ABC4, 4 News Now, and Phase 3 Digital. We create your strategy, content, future. The result, more customers, more sales, more growth for your business. Let's create your next breakthrough campaign. KXLYBrands.com, the perfect match for your business.
Sports bring us together. They're the moments we cheer for, argue over, and remember for years. But more and more, the games fans love are getting locked behind paywalls. Another app, another fee, another way fans get left behind. Fans are tired of losing access to their favorite teams. Sports belong where everyone can watch them, on broadcast TV. Make your voice heard. Text sports to 39179 today.
Every Friday night, mysteries unravel and stunning truths are revealed when 2020 investigates.
Follow the clues, the evidence, the breaking new details. 2020 Friday nights, followed by
4 News Now Nightside with Derek Dice. See breaking news in your area or have a story idea? Contact 4 News Now.
All right, calling all Disney, Pixar, and NFL fans, a new collection blending all three is launching from Fanatics. These are just a few of the shirts that will be in that collection. Each one features a Disney character along with an NFL team like Captain Hook on the Buccaneers and Captain America on the Patriots. The complete collection launches in August. Can't wait to see what the Seahawks get.
Well, we have some thunderstorms that have intensified and are moving quickly from Liberty Lake now through Post Falls, zipping along at about 45 miles per hour to the northeast, producing 30-mile-per-hour gusts and some hail. heavy downpours, and so be careful in that area, and we have more potential thunderstorm development overnight. So get out the thunder shirts for your dogs, and
we think a few more hours, and then that's it? Or?
Possibly into tomorrow morning.
Okay, we'll see. All right, thanks so much for being with us. Have a great night.